What's going on? Slow down, honey. You're going to hyperventilate. Come on. Take some deep breaths with me, okay? Nice and deep, alright? One more. There we go. Good boy. Now, can you tell me what happened? Oh, my baby. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Nightmares are never fun to deal with. Come here. Let me give you a hug. Yush. It's okay. I'm right here. I've got you. That's it, baby. Just keep breathing and lean into me. I'm never gonna let anything bad happen to you. How are you feeling now? Any better? Do you think some kisses would help? Why don't we try it? How's that? Judging by your smile, I'd say that did the trick. Now that we're all calmed down, do you want to talk about it? You can tell me whenever you're ready. I always have the time to listen to you. Really? Oh dear. No wonder you were so shaken up. That must have been so scary. Hey, no. Let's not start worrying about it again. Breathe with me. There we go. Just remember that you're safe now. The nightmare can't get you. It won't hurt you as long as I'm here. Of course it's not a problem for me. Why would you say that? No. Don't worry about if I have work tomorrow. You are my #1 priority. Always. Look at me, baby. I will stay up as long as I need to in order to make sure you feel safe. Yes, even if I have to stay up all night. I can always phone it in for a day at work, but I can't phone in our relationship. You're worth so much more than that. I love you. And that means if you have problems, I'm gonna be right here to help you through them. You don't need to thank me. Hold on. What did you just call me? Really? Because I could have sworn that you just said, thank you, Mommy. There's no need to be embarrassed, baby. Although I will admit your blush is absolutely adorable. Hmm? No, that doesn't bother me. Why would it? There's no way I'd think you're weird for calling me that. I mean, I already call you my good boy. I take care of you, and I'm definitely the more dominant one in our relationship. In hindsight, I'm surprised you didn't say this sooner. Can you look at me, my good boy? It means a lot to me that you'd call me your mommy, knowing that you feel safe enough around me to use language like that. Well, let's just say I know I'm doing my job correctly. Yeah, I like it. It implies a lot of things. Things like I'm your protector, your provider, a rock you can always lean on. I love being that person for you, baby. It's an honor. Are you still too flustered to speak? That's fine. I think we both prefer this over the panic state you were in earlier. In fact, I think I'd like it if you'd call me mommy more often. Be honest with me, sweetie. Would you like to call me mommy again? Then don't shy away from it. If calling me mommy feels right to you, then just say it. Can you promise me that you won't hold back? Good boy. I think you've brought out a whole new side of me. A new side of me that just wants to spoil you rotten. What have you gotten yourself into now? Now then, how about we get you back to bed? Mommy's good boy needs his beauty sleep after all. I know you're still nervous, and that's okay. We'll take things one step at a time. First, let me give you another kiss. Now, come lay on my chest. I want to keep you as close to me as possible. Are you comfortable, baby? Good. Let mommy's heartbeat ease your worries. Let it soothe your anxieties and chase all the nightmares away. What do you think? Are you safe enough to fall asleep now? What if I tell you a story? Give you something to focus your mind on? Alright. Just lay back, relax, and allow yourself to drift into a nice, peaceful sleep. And maybe bear with me a bit. I haven't exactly told you a bedtime story before, so it might be a little clunky. Once upon a time, in a cabin just beyond the forest, there lived a warm, caring princess with her darling prince. Now, this caring princess was always the protective type. She wanted her darling prince to live a safe and happy life, no matter what. But while she did enjoy keeping her darling prince safe, he was no damsel in distress. He was a strong, intelligent, and very capable man who could do anything he set his mind to. Why, he could even order his carrying princess around if he wanted to, and she would listen. One day, the darling prince decided that he wanted to take a nap, and so he did. He slept so long and so peacefully until a werewolf from the forest attacked. The werewolves in the forest, they had no love in their hearts. That's why the darling prince was their target, because he had more love in his heart than they could ever imagine. But the attack was in vain. The darling prince had woken up to the sound of its terrible growls and slayed it with his very own hands. After the caring princess heard about this, she had her darling prince pack up their things, and they moved far, far away into a home beyond the mountains. They had settled into their new home beyond the mountains, sighing relief that the werewolves wouldn't be able to bother them anymore, and they stayed for a long while, living in peace. Some time passed, and the darling prince decided he wanted to take a nap, and so he did. He slept so long and so peacefully until a yeti from the mountain attacked. The yetis on the mountain, they had no love in their hearts. That's why the darling prince was their target, because he had more love in his heart than they could ever imagine. But the attack was in vain. The darling prince had woken up to the sound of its horrible chattering teeth and slayed it with his very own hands. After the caring princess heard about this, she had her darling prince pack up their things, and they moved far, far away into a home guarded by the walls of a kingdom. They had settled into their new home inside the kingdom, sighing relief that the yetis wouldn't be able to bother them anymore. And there they stayed for a long while, living in peace. Some time passed, and the darling prince decided he wanted to take a nap, and so he did. He slept so long and so peacefully until the king from the castle attacked. The king in the castle, he had no love in his heart. That's why the darling prince was the target, because he had more love in his heart than they could ever imagine. But the attack was in vain. The darling prince had woken up to the sounds of his army's noisy trumpets and wondered why this was happening again. He paused for a moment and came up with a plan to put a stop to this once and for all. He realized the reason behind all these attacks. It was the evil in the hearts of the creatures, and he knew just how to banish that evil from the world. He ran to his caring princess and gave her the biggest hug he could. The caring princess hugged back, and the two of them shared true love's kiss. That kiss was so powerful that it sent shockwaves throughout the world, banishing all evil from every creature in the land. And in doing so, he gained the trust of every person in the kingdom. Because of his noble deed, the king decided to give up his crown, and thus the caring princess became the new queen, and the darling prince got to stay there by her side. They settled into their new home inside the castle, sighing relief that the evils of the world wouldn't be able to bother them anymore. And there they stayed for a long, long while, living in peace. some time passed, and the darling prince decided he wanted to take a nap, and so he did. He slept so long and so peacefully until his caring princess, now queen, woke him up with a big, big kiss. The end. Mommy loves you, my good boy.